So we're going to do a quick overview of the main lines in palmistry. So these are 6 lines that are considered the main lines of extreme importance when reading anyone's palm, because they give us so much information. And we will likely go into more detail with each line in future videos, but we're going to keep it fairly brief this time around. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first line we're going to look at is the lifeline. This nice, long, curving line. And this can be an indicator of when we may meet our demise, our age, but it is only one indicator. It is not a sole indicator. So there are other areas of the palm and hand that we need to also verify that with. But yes, it can show us the age, but more so, it shows us the quality of life. Depending on the depth and what it looks like, the appearance of the line itself shows us very much of the quality of our life. It also shows us our physical energy, how physical we are in our lifetime or at that certain time. And also it shows us how resilient we may be to the challenges of life, how easily we're able to take on those challenges, or alternately, how difficult those challenges may be for us. Next, usually connected to the lifeline at the beginning, but sometimes detached, is the headline. Usually going through somewhat of the middle of the palm, close to it. The headline shows us at once our mental health and also the physical state of our head. So any traumas or injuries sustained to the head will show up on that line. And mainly, again, our mental health. So any imbalances or instability, and the way that we think, the way that we process information, how much imagination or how logical we may be, all shown by the headline. Next we have the heartline, which is found just above the headline, right under the mounts, right under the fingers, usually beginning from the first finger, right underneath of it, and extending all the way across the palm to the percussion, the side of the hand over here. The heart line can show us relationships. It can also show us our state of love, how those relationships are affecting us, how deeply in love we are at various times in our life. And it also shows us our emotional health, as well as the physical state of our heart, the actual organ. So in an emotional sense, a physical sense, and a more spiritual, loving sense, all that can be seen on the heart line. Next, we move to the line of fate, which does come about right through the middle of the palm, usually, and beginning around the wrist, the rascat here, these lines, and heading towards the second finger in most cases. The line of fate does show us our fate in many ways, our destiny. More so, I look at it as a career line, and also the amount of luck that we may have throughout life, our fortune in many ways. So money can often be times seen on the line of fate, because all that is connected to our career many times, or inheritances, or any ways of making money, whether earned or unearned. And a sister line, which is called a sister line to the line of fate, is the line of sun. It is a sister line because it runs directly beside the line of fate without touching it, and is similar to the line of fate in many ways, except for this line I find it to be more rare. It goes to usually the third finger, which is the sun finger, and it is often connected more with the arts, fame, and fortune. Whereas the fate line is more just career, any kind of career. But when we specifically are talking about arts, someone who's deeply artistic and building their career off of that, then we may see a line of the sun. And the final line for our main lines video is the liver line. And this line begins nearby the line of life down lower here and extends its way across the palm towards the fourth finger. So it can also be called the Mercury line. This line shows us our digestive health and also is called the health line. So it can show our overall health because digestive health is such a crucial part of how the rest of the system is operating and functioning. So according to the state of that line, we can learn a lot about our health and any issues that may be coming up at any time. And there you have it. Those are the 6 main lines for reading palms.